So, we have talked about the impact that trauma can have on your original dreams and goals. It can make you kind of pause and stop, right? It can yield you on your way to your goal, right? And we have talked about the importance of embracing your triggers, learning as much as you can about them so that they no longer result in a huge emotional and physical reaction, right? And that you can keep on moving toward your original goal from there. And even learning more about those triggers can even bolster you with more skills and more knowledge to get further toward that goal that you had even before the trauma happened, right? So that's awesome. It's good. We're moving, right? But maybe you have this whole new direction and this whole new platform or project that you are so passionate about because of what you've been through, all of what you've been through. You're bringing all of you to this project, which is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing, right? But often with huge, big projects, there is often a steep learning curve, right? So, for example, mine was getting out of my agency and going into this thing called private practice. All of a sudden, I'm the head of a whole company. Wow, steep learning curve, right? So, there's going to be things that I'm going to have to learn. And how in the beginning of your big adventure, of your big project that you are so passionate about, how can we clear the path as much as possible from shame and self-doubt, those walls and pitfalls that are likely to get in our way and keep us from progressing as quickly or as smoothly as possible? How do we do that? I'm Dana Hicks, a licensed clinical mental health counselor, and I have some tips for you about clearing your path as much as possible from shame and self-doubt as you approach a learning curve. So, my first tip is the best gift you can ever give yourself when you're doing this, you're going on a learning curve, is give your future self full permission to fall flat on your face. Yes, I just said that. Fall flat on your face. Make big mistakes. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Then you don't have to go through the emotional turmoil of beating yourself up, because you know what? It is to be expected. Anyone that is in a steep learning curve is going to make a big mistake. So go ahead and just give yourself permission. It's okay on two conditions. One is that you are doing the best that you know how to do with what you know in the moment, right? And as long as you look for the lesson that you can put toward your future to make the future as good as possible with what you know, okay? And then the rest is golden. Think about what you would be able to do if you were not afraid of making mistakes. Think about the widening of that horizon. Oh my goodness, what would you do if you were never afraid of making a mistake again? Oh my gosh, the sky's the limit, right? It's the best gift you could ever give yourself when you're going through a huge transition or a huge learning curve. So to review, the best gift that you can give yourself when you are embarking on a new adventure and going through a steep learning curve is to give yourself permission to make mistakes, to fall flat on your face on two conditions. One is that you are doing the best you can with what you have and with what you know. Two is that you are looking for the lesson that you can learn and put toward your future to make your future as good as possible with what you know and with what you have. So then, I cannot tell you how freeing it is. I'm speaking from experience. I have given myself permission to make mistakes, and I no longer have to go through the headaches and the turmoil of putting myself down for no reason. There's no reason why I would have known if I didn't make the mistake. So it's been so freeing. So I hope that you take this information and soak up the emotional health that it brings and all the ease and relaxation and freedom. Freedom. Soak it in. And feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below with no strings attached.